Connor speaking.
Hey Jeff, it's Detective O'Hanlon and Sergeant Connect from Medford Police. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Do you have a quick moment to talk?
Yeah, please. Thank you. I appreciate the call back.
Yep, no problem. I was just want to give you a heads up. I'm calling from a recorded line. I just wanted you to go through what happened the other day after we had left you. I understand you
Yeah,
had talked to Officer Reardon over the weekend. So can we just go through that again real quick?
absolutely. So we had left Friday. We were actually going away for the weekend. Were you one of the two officers that I spoke to, or no?
Yes.
Okay. We were packing up. You probably saw me packing up, and so we went away for the weekend. Pre-planned.
Mm-hmm.
And I came back Sunday. It was around 9 o'clock. Like after I brought all the bags in, I went to go get the mail, and I was literally at my mailbox, and Jonathan came out of the woods with a flashlight. Like he is almost, I don't want to say he was waiting for me, but it was kind of suspicious that he was probably 15 feet into the woods hidden and came out with a flashlight and put it on me and said, what did you tell the police? And I said, he goes, what were they asking about? I said, honestly, they were asking about you. And he goes, well, what did you tell them? I said that I really don't know you. And, I've lived here 2 years. This is really the first conversation we've had. And he said, I need to know what you told them. I need to know what I'm up against. And I said, and he goes, and be truthful because I'm going to get the body camera footage. And I said, well, if you're going to get it, then go get it. This conversation's done. And I walked in with my mail. And since then, I ordered a security system last night, so with outdoor cameras and everything. And but it was aggressive. It was not. There were no threats made. I want to be clear. He did not threaten me, but he was probably 5 feet from me. Came right up. Was very forceful for a person I really never spoke to. He, I mentioned previously, he usually looks down or he may nod. That's about it. So my wife was upset, as you can imagine. I came in and felt like I had to tell her what was going on. And now I ordered a system. I'm going to install it. Hopefully he'll come and put it up this weekend. I'm going to have cameras covered out there. I'm really not worried about them, to be honest, but it was aggressive. It was aggressive.
Yeah. So I just want to paint the picture a little bit. So your mailbox is across the street, like almost on his property, right?
Correct. It's right next to his.
Okay, right next to his. It's to the right of the driveway. Where was he standing? If you're looking at your mailbox from the street, where was Jonathan standing? And can we be clear, which Jonathan are we talking about? The father or the son?
The son.
The son. Okay. So where was he standing exactly? If you're looking, you're looking at his house, you're looking at your mailbox.
If I'm looking at my mailbox, he was to the right, back where that path is that goes all the way back towards Jackson Lane. He came from out of there. It's pretty dense wooded with bushes and trees, so I did not see him until I literally opened my mailbox door. And then he came from the side, and the white light. He had a small white light. It wasn't like a bright flashlight, but it was up on his face. I could see who it was. And he probably walked up to me within, I'm going to say 5 to 7 feet.
Okay.
In that range, maybe more like 5. But he didn't put his hands on me or anything like that. And but it was aggressive.
Well,
it was an aggressive conversation. Yesterday.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Continue.
Well, then he was hanging in that same spot last night in the evening. I came to work a little late. It was still light. My wife came home and said he was there with another young man. And young Jonathan was there with another young man. And she goes, I'm just keeping an eye on him. And I was packing up from work anyway. I came home. And by the time I came home, I didn't see him. And, there wasn't anything. It was kind of I don't want to say a nothing. I don't make a big deal. It wasn't a big deal, but he was hanging in that path with his friends up along the road with his one friend. I'm sorry, I didn't see him, but that's what my wife told me, that him and another young man were there.
Do you know who that other young man would be?
I don't. I have no idea.
Okay.
But I wanted to tell you, just in case, I know you're doing an investigation, just in case somebody else is involved. He was there with somebody else yesterday.
No, thank you. When he had the flashlight, you said did he point it at you or at his own face?
It was more at his own face. It was not a very bright light. It was, if you remember, maybe it was like last Wednesday, my wife told you about that light she saw in the woods. It wasn't like a very bright spotlight or anything like that. It was a very small face. It really didn't reflect on me very much. It was more on his face. It was small. It was like a little, it was small. It was small.
Okay, but he didn't like shine in your face so you couldn't see?
No.
Okay.
I could tell right away who it was. It wasn't like he blinded me or anything like that.
What was he wearing?
Yeah, that's a good question. I really don't remember. I think he had a hoodie on.
Okay.
Again. He wears this gray hoodie a lot. I believe it was a gray hoodie again, but I could clearly tell it was him in his face. Usually his hoodie covers most of his face so you can just kind of see his nose and stuff, but I could see his face more full this time.
Okay. Did he have the hood up on his head or just like dangling behind him?
I think yesterday it may have been behind him.
May have been behind him. How about?
I'm sorry, Sunday.
Okay.
But I wasn't paying too much attention. I wouldn't say it startled me. I wasn't scared, but it was. I really did not see him at all until I opened my mailbox.
Okay. So, is that something you would normally see him hanging around there at night?
He's a strange guy. I usually don't pay attention to him. I let the dog out at 9 to 9:15 every night, before, for her last call, and I never see him out there.
Okay. Interesting. And this is
he might be there, because I really don't, and I'm sorry to interrupt, because it is some woods right there, so he might be out there, he might not. I've never noticed him out there, out at night. I really hardly ever see him. He's kind of a hermit.
Yeah. So, and I know you said this was aggressive, but, knowing what we kind of talked about and what we, were leading you on with what was going on, and I'm sorry we haven't really given you any direct answers, right? We're doing an investigation.
Understood.
And I know you said it was aggressive, but how else did this make you feel?
It made me a little uncomfortable, but just because it was aggressive, and when he said, "I'm going to get the body camera footage," that's a statement. Like to me, it was not a threat, but to me, it was almost implied that, like you better not lie to me or anything like that. Like he said, you better be truthful because I'm going to get the body camera and I need to know what I'm up against. That's what he said.
Yeah. And you've been there for how many years? 2 years or 4 years? I'm sorry. 2 years. And you've
2 years.
Never spoken to him. And he approaches you on a Sunday evening. Now, when you went away for the weekend, did you bring a car? Did you have a car service pick you up? Was your vehicles at the house for the, would he have known that you were away?
Yeah, we have, like the neighbors know I have a small fishing cabin out of state that I go to.
Okay.
So to have one car behind, we always park outside. And to have one car behind for the weekend occurs at least once a month. Most of our neighbors know we go away.
Okay.
So I do now pull, because you were talking to John, I didn't want to make a scene, so I didn't get my mail Friday night, and I probably would have pulled my truck back. It's all locked up. I park it way up by the road.
Yeah.
In that kind of, I call it the escape hatch, that side little road, just because it tucks away to keep my driveway open. So now I pull it back. I pull both cars all the way back so that they're not, because my truck is completely hidden, from our house. Anybody could go around. I mean, we Googled them. I could infer where, the concern, or what you were probably investigating him for. And then we just Googled it, and it confirmed our suspicions. So we just keep the cars back. And again, I'm getting driveway cameras and, cameras. So we're getting a whole security system. I'm going to install it. But I honestly, I'm not really scared of him. It's a crazy world out there, but I don't feel he's small in stature, very socially inhibited. But I have you saw my wife. My wife is very small, and she's concerned. So I just got a system that I'll install this weekend with cameras, just in case anything comes up, with motion sensors and stuff. But.
So, and I know I talked about how this makes you feel. So, you had said that he had said that be honest with me, I'm gonna get the body cam. You said he was aggressive. Would you say that this is intimidating at all? And knowing that, what do you think his end game was with you?
I think he was trying to intimidate me to say exactly what I told, so he could build a defensible position. That's how I inferred it.
Okay. Did the father say anything to you? Have you seen the father?
I have not. I've not seen him at all.
Are you home right now?
No, I'm at work.
Or at work. Okay.
Yeah. I work in Mount Laurel.
Okay. The friend that hangs around. Did you know that he had a friend? Like, is that the first time you've seen him hang around with this person?
No, I couldn't even describe what his friends look like, but on occasion there is somebody there. I don't believe he drives. I'm not positive of that, but I see somebody take him home once in a while, like in the evenings. Okay. I don't know if he comes home from work. I don't think I've ever seen him drive.
Gotcha. When was the last time you saw him come home with his car or outside of the house other than cutting the grass or Sunday night?
Maybe a month ago. Maybe a month ago.
And was that with a car that he was dropped off?
Yeah. Do
you know what that car looks like?
I don't remember. I'm sorry. I just didn't pay attention. Okay. I will pay better attention going forward.
Yeah. Listen, what you're giving me is a lot, and I really appreciate you reaching out and contacting us. Obviously, this is still an ongoing thing that we're working towards, hopefully a positive result here. I just want to confirm your biographicals. You're Jeff or you Jeffrey?
And my legal name is Jeffrey, Jeffrey.
Okay, and what's your date of birth?
May 18th, 1966.
1966, okay. Okay, I really appreciate you reaching out to me, or reaching out to the agency. I may swing out there later today and touch base with you again, but, I think because of what Jonathan was doing, it'd be safest. If I have anything else, I'm just going to follow up with you by phone.
Okay.
And same thing, any other concerns, he does anything, don't hesitate to reach out to us directly. Just call 911. It's the best thing. And then our guys will get out there quick, and they know what's going on, and they can notify us, the detectives. And if we need to come in and handle it, we'll be there. I really appreciate you letting me touch base again about this.
No problem. And we thank you. I walked the dog around 5:30 in the morning, and it was Monday morning. I appreciate it. So I'm walking the dog one way, and I see a car. I didn't know it was the police officers yet. And they walked by. They put the floodlights on both of our houses, right and left. Like, it was great. Like, it just lit up the whole woods, and I'm sure it was sending a message, which I appreciate.
Yeah, good. Hopefully that was well received by your neighbor.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. It was very clear, because I think the car just stopped, and it was, I was just very appreciative, and I came back and told my wife what was going on, and she's like, I'm just glad that the police are taking this very seriously.
Yes. Thank you. Well, listen, I appreciate that. If I have anything else, I'll give you a call back, and again, same thing. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye now.
Take care. Bye.
No further comments.